guys, it's Haxelpik here, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Seven Wonders board game. Okay, as you can see, the Seven Wonders has, as you notice, a 1, 2, and 3 on all of the cards. Now, what those are the 1 is the first age, 2 is the second age, and 3 is the third age, as you can imagine. Then you will see that there are 7 board pieces, and they're all of the 7 wonders. And you have Ephesus, which is one of them. Then you have Rhodes, which is the second one. Well, they don't really have numbers. Then you have Alexandria, Olympia, I don't know how to pronounce that one, but it's there, Giza, Babylon. And then what these do is, these little things with the leaves around them here are victory points. And what you do to get, well, here, let me tell you first. This is the first age, this little tower. Second age, third age. Now, what these do is, as you progress, you'll get these 3 ages. You do not have to get them, however. Now, let's move on to specifics of the cards. Now, the first age has many different cards, and the main thing is over on the side will be the cost of the card. And then if it doesn't cost anything, it won't have anything over there. Like this costs 1, this costs ore or whatever, wood, and so on and so forth. Okay, so what you do with them is a resource. Your board starts out with a resource automatically up in here. And hold on, let me zoom in so you can see it. Up over here in the very corner is a papyrus, and that is your wonder resource, so you automatically get that. Your last age costs 2 papyrus, so you're gonna have to get another papyrus by the end of the game. Now, to play a resource more than just papyrus, as you automatically get, you will take the card, which this one is a loom, and you just place it under the edge of your wonder. Now, what this does is, if you had a card that costs a loom, you can play that, such as the Apothecary, which costs a loom right there. You can play that right here, and what that does for you is, well, I'll get to that later. Oh yeah, let me show you another part of the card. Up in the bottom, here, let me get it closer thing. Up in the bottom, right here, is the stables and the dispensary. And that you can play for free instead of playing the regular cost, because that's what this card does. So in the bottom right, you can play those for free. And this is a scientific card, and I'll get to the scientific cards later. Now, in the 3 ages, the way the ages work are, you have a certain amount of cards for the first age, and everybody gets a certain amount of cards. Say you had somebody right here. I deal him. I don't think you can play 2-player. But I'm just going to try it like this and deal a certain amount of cards. And I give him this many cards, and it'll equal out to where this deck is gone. And then you look at your cards. And you play them. And then once they're all gone, or actually no, you're left with one card at the very end, which you discard. And then once that happens, you break out these cards. And you play with those. Now there is a rule where if you have a certain amount of people, say you had 5 people, you would take the card, all the cards that say anything in the bottom. See, this says 4+. You would keep that. This says, hold on, let me find one. This says 7+, right there in the middle, as you can see. You would keep that card out because you only have 5 players. Anything with 5 and below, you keep. Now, that is a pretty simple rule, pretty easy to figure out. This game actually goes very smoothly once you know how to play it, and it takes a while to know how to play it just from a rule book. So that's why I figured I would make this video. So, once you do that, you move on to the 3rd age, and you keep doing that. Now, when you have, the way you buy your wonder points here, if you have a card, if you had enough resources, say you had 2 stone there, which would be, hold on, let me find 2 stone for you. That's a brick. There's 1 stone. If you had another stone, this card actually means, here, let me show you. This card here means you can play a brick or a stone, but it costs 1 gold. I will show you what the money is here in a minute. So yeah, say you had 2 stone, and you had 2 cards in your hand. It was the very last round, and you don't want to play either one of them. Okay, cool. So you get this, and you take one of those cards, play it just like that. Okay? You can do this with any age. Say you're on the 3rd age and you want to start doing your wonder. No problem. You get your 3rd age, you just play the card. Now that's very risky, seeing as you will probably not get very many cards you do not want in the 3rd age. But normally I wait till the 2nd age to start, or I just start in the 1st age. I never have done the 3rd one yet, like just started on the 3rd one, but I did do 2nd age, 3rd age, and 3rd age, and that didn't work. That worked out okay, but you know. Okay, so what these different cards do. This is probably one of the most complicated parts of the game. Alright, so you have your green cards. Green cards. Let me get them all here in the 1st age. All the green cards that you could possibly have in the 1st age are these 5 cards. Now, what the green cards do is, at the end of everything, say you had 2 of these. You take the number of the same symbol you have on the top, which, say you had 2 of those, and only 1 of these. You take the number that you have of those symbol, and then square it. So if you had 4 of these symbols, it would be, hold on, I'm bad at math. Whatever that number is squared, 4 squared. And then if you had 2 of these, you'd have 2 squared, which is 4. Or, yeah. So these come in very handy because you can just keep accumulating them. If you get every single one, you can get tons and tons of victory points. And that's a very good strategy to go by. Another strategy, which I don't typically use, is you can get these things. these are like battle tokens, and let me pull them all out for you. Okay, so you get like little battle tokens, and whoever has the most battle tokens, which are the things on the top here, the things on the very top, whoever has the most of these at the end of the age gets to like not have the most but say you had somebody like Ephesus had 1 and Rhodes had 2. Then Rhodes, hold on, you can't see Rhodes, sorry. Okay, Rhodes had 2, Ephesus has 1. At the end of the stage, let me get out the tokens here. At the end of the stage, Rhodes would get 1 little win token, and Ephesus would get 1 minus token. I believe, I'm not positive, so don't. I believe every stage you get, like 1 more victory point for every time you beat somebody. But every time, if you're just beat by 1 person, you only get -1 if you're defeated. But the big downfall is they get more somehow. I can't remember exactly the ratio of gaining more, because I don't normally pay attention to that in my playing style. But yeah, you can look that up in the rulebook if you get the game, which you probably have the game if you're watching this. So okay, this means you play it for free and you get 5 coins. And let me explain the coins. Okay, this is in the first stage. The thing up there says you get 5 coins. And yeah. So the coins, everybody automatically starts out with 3 coins. So Rhodes has 3 and Ephesus has 3. And then let's say Rhodes, I don't know how to pronounce that. Plays this tavern card. He gets 5 more tokens, money things. Alright, what the money does is you can do several things with it. Well, it's mainly only for one purpose, but there's a couple things. If Rhodes, who automatically has 1 ore, and Ephesus, who automatically has 1 papyrus, for some reason Rhodes wants a papyrus, they don't even have to ask, they can just pay Ephesus 2 money, or 2 coins for their 1 papyrus. And you can do that with all adjacent wonders. So if you had, hold on, let me zoom out. So if you have Alexandria, Olympus, Ephesus, and Rhodes, or however you pronounce that, all in like 4 different corners. Now, Rhodes or Rhodas would like attack, or would like only be able to trade with Alexandria and Olympia over here, because he's right here, because he can't trade diagonally over here with Ephesus right now. And same thing with everything else, you can only trade if they're next to you. And then we have this guy over here, which you can't see, but then he would only be able to trade with these guys, and then these guys, and you get the picture. So that is how trading works. If you get like one of these yellow cards that says you can trade one coin to wherever the arrow's pointing. So if he had it, it's pointing that way. So he would be able to trade with this guy, and it would only cost 1 for any of these resources depicted there. The blue cards are fairly simple. You pay their cost, or you just play them down, and they give you a certain amount of victory points. They're really simple. I think the most complicated are the gold cards, because they do tons of different things. So yeah, we'll go to the second age, and then show you all the gold cards in those ages. And yeah. Oh, I didn't show you how to start the game exactly yet, so let me do that first. I probably should have done that first in the first place, but... Alright, so you start the game just simply by drawing these cards. You draw from a pool of cards, and let's say four people are playing. Somebody draws that card, that card, that card, that card. Once you're done drawing, you get those boards, and then you put them back, and that's how you determine what boards you get. And then you just start with your age. Make sure you shuffle, and there is one more little starting thing that I have to show you too. These little guilds, there's a little cheat sheet here on the thing. So if you have 3 players, you get 5 guilds. Where all my guilds go? They must be mixed in. But these are guilds. It'll say guild on the side, and they're purple. And they do a number of things. I'm not going to explain all of them because that'd take too long. But, so you get 4 players, you get 6 guilds. 5 players, you get 7. 6 players, you get 8. 7 players, you get 9. And 3 players, you get 5 guilds. Okay. So, now that that's over, I'll show you some of the gold cards and how they work. And any other weird cards that I see. Alright, so if you see something like this... hold on. Sorry. You see something like this with gray, and like a gray card, and then 2 victory point sign, and then a 2 coin sign. Like, you automatically get 2 victory points and 2 gold for every gray card that you have. And basically, if you have a color card in the top, and then it's pointing a certain way, or pointing both ways, or it's just a card, that means it's either left and right, or just right, or right and yourself, or left. And it affects all those colored cards and gives you that much stuff for your resources or coins or whatever it says in the top, in the middle. And that was your kind of crash course on 7 Wonders. I hope you guys enjoy this game, and thanks for watching. This has been Haxelpik signing off. Hold on guys, I never told you how to win. Okay, at the end, you count up all the players' victory points, and then you write them on here. And then you count them up, and whoever has the most wins, and then it goes down 2nd place, 3rd place, whatever. Alright, so that's it. See ya.